Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Reading in Our Town, brought to you by Manatee Libraries in beautiful Manatee County, Florida. If you like the farm and you like farm animals, then you'll love today's episode. Miss Chris, take it away.
Hi, I'm Miss Chris from Manatee County Libraries. Come along with us today when we visit Dakin Dairy in Myakka, Florida, and learn how a glass of milk gets from the cow to your kitchen table. Here we see the cows waiting in line patiently to get milked. The cows then line up in their stalls and get hooked up to the milking machines. After the cows are done getting milked, the milk gets processed and put into bottles for your shelf. Some of the milk also becomes butter, cheese, and chocolate milk. And now that we've visited the dairy, I'm going to read you a story about what happens when some cows take matters into their own hands and get a hold of a typewriter. Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type, by Doreen Cronin, pictures by Betsy Lewin. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. At first he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We would like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. It was bad enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets. No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. Sorry, we're closed. No milk today. No milk today, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. The next day he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. Cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed? No milk? No eggs? No eggs, cried Farmer Brown. In the background he heard them. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Cows that type? Hens on strike? Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited and waited for an answer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Please leave them outside the barn door, and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come back with the typewriter. The next morning he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack. Click, clack, quack. Clickety, clack, quack. The end. Now, if you like this story, here's a few other books you might like. Cindy Moo by Lori Mortenstein, a story about a cow that thinks she should be able to fly. Allison Investigates, Does Chocolate Milk Come from Brown Cows? Written and illustrated by Colette Omens Nicoletta. Or Old MacDonald Had a Farm by Jane Cabrera. Learn about some of the other animals that live on the farm. For these and other titles about farm animals, come to your public library. I'm Miss Chris from the Manatee Libraries. Read a book to a child today. It'll make you feel good.